Good afternoon, Spurs fans. This is Thfc Till I Die, giving you a quick rundown on the latest transfer rumours and news from the wonderful world of Tottenham Hotspur. Hope you're all enjoying the European Championships, and commiserations if you're a Scotland fan. I don't think a draw last night would have done you any good anyway, but still it's annoying to go out to a last-minute goal the way you did. Anyway, on to the Spurs news. As has commonly been reported, it appears Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is on his last days at Tottenham. AC Milan are supposed to be very interested in buying the midfielder, and if he does go, let's hope that Tottenham get what's a more than decent price for him. I mean, we should be looking in the region of 20 million, I think, or more for him. He'll do a good job wherever he goes, and I personally will be sorry to see Højbjerg leave the club, because he has been. I know he's got his detractors and limitations, but he has done a good job for us, and he's the type of guy you'd want in the trenches beside you in the footballing war. So good luck to him if he goes, you know. And also, Spurs are also in negotiations, we will understand, with Southampton for a swap plus cash deal involving Joe Rodon and the Argentinian midfielder Carlos Alvarez, who shares a name with a tennis player of the same name. So when I Googled him, I got the tennis player. I said, what are Spurs doing signing the tennis player? But anyway, he's a midfielder that signed for Southampton last season, or just before they got relegated, and didn't want to play in the Championship, so was lent out to Juventus, although he did come back to play some games for Southampton. Now, the problem is he is rated at around 30 million. Joe Rodon, I reckon, is rated maybe 10, 12, maybe max 15 million. So there's going to be a cash adjustment there, whatever way Spurs can work that one. But he's a handy midfielder and will be a good addition to the squad. And he's only 21, so he fits the age profile. Spurs are also supposed to be looking at, obviously, the likes of Ivan Toney and whether anything's going to happen with that one. Eze from Crystal Palace is another one, obviously, that's on the books, on the radar for us. Whether we get him or not is another thing. And also, our esteemed manager, as you've probably seen, is doing a bit of pundit work for ITV out in Germany, and he's had a pop at Gareth Southgate for playing players out of position. Now, I think from a neutral point of view, it's playing on the nose on your face that Southgate is playing the likes of Phil Foden and Trent Alexander-Arnold in their wrong positions. I think if he played those guys, or any guys, with the normal positions they play for their clubs, then they will be far, far more successful and better than they are. But, you know, at the moment, it's watching England is like watching paint dry. I'm sorry now if you're an England fan. I mean, I know we're Irish and we're all a little bit critical of England, but really you should be winning that group you're in with ease. Whereas Slovenia now tomorrow night is a tricky match. Now, you'll probably win it, but Southgate needs to get his act together and play players where they can actually perform to their best of their ability. And lastly, I don't know if you saw over the weekend, our Brazilian fullback, Emerson Royal, has allegedly got himself into a bit of trouble financially. He's being sued by, I think, a former business partner. I'm not quite sure of the details of it, but Emerson's father has come out and categorically stated this has purely been done as a reputation damager for Emerson Royal, that it was a legitimate business deal that went wrong. So I don't know, we probably won't hear too much more about that. So that's all the Spurs news for now. I had hoped we would have made a signing shortly. Our new wonder kid, Lucas Bergvall, will be starting with the club on the 1st of July, which is next week, which will be great. Expecting great things from him. And also understand that Emerson Royal, who we just mentioned, and Richarlison are already back at Hotspur Way, undergoing rehabilitation and training for injuries they received. So hopefully we get a full fit squad to head out on what's going to be a memorable season for Tottenham. I can just feel it in my waters. I've even got the second shirt on, the away shirt on, to show that. So anyway, that's it for now. We'll be back shortly on Thfc Till I Die with a normal scheduling once the European Championships are winding down. And we're showing the European games on our European leg, European games TTID. So suss that one out. We'll be doing the England match on Tuesday evening. So until then, as always, come on, you Spurs.